We cover emergency rescues from all around the valley, but rarely do we see what happens after.
Well, now the woman who was rescued by a Sky 12 pilot and 2 DPS officers in a chaotic flood decades ago is finally meeting the people who saved her. Team 12's Joe Dana shares their story.
What a reunion this was. Imagine, after more than 4 decades, meeting for the first time the people who saved your life.
Yeah, there you go.
A shared meal.
I can't believe it either.
A shared bond forged by tragedy.
She's been underwater for about 4 to 5 minutes.
And courage.
You'll never see one like that again.
Oh, no kidding.
It's been a long time since these 4 were together.
42 years.
On April 15th, 1979, Jerry Foster flew his Sky 12 helicopter to the scene of more than a dozen rafters stuck in a torrent of water on the Salt River.
It took 3 of us in 2 helicopters, otherwise this lady would have drowned. Foster.
Jerry, this is the news desk. We need to scramble Sky 12 right away.
Foster is from a bygone era when Sky 12 not only covered emergencies,
a mistake here would be fatal,
but assisted DPS with rescues. On this emergency, a diversion dam on the Salt River was swollen by spring floods. College students on a rafting trip didn't know of the danger ahead and floated over the edge of the dam. They were trapped in the churning rapids below. The water, like a vacuum, held them in place while they struggled to hang on to their rafts.
Everyone kind of was falling off the boats, and I didn't know what was going on.
2 of Gail Kosowski's friends would slip in the water and drown. Others made it to safety. Gail was losing her grip on her own raft.
And by this time, I mean, there's helicopters and there's police, but nobody could reach us. And my roommate all of a sudden fell in, and she was gone.
Then Gail slipped underwater and disappeared.
And when she fell in, I figured she was gone.
But a life preserver was tied to her arm. From above, Tom was piloting the DPS helicopter.
Then I saw the life vest pop up behind me, so I guided Jerry towards the life vest.
His partner Clarence hung onto the skid of Sky 12. He would try to grab anyone who surfaced. A painting that memorializes the rescue shows what happened next.
Thanks to good directions, I plopped it in the water, put him underwater, and he grabbed her by the wrist, and wow.
Clarence, with just one hand, clung to Gail, who was blacked out and not breathing.
We were kind of like one of those birds of prey when they come around and get the fish and off they go.
They brought Gail to shore and performed CPR.
And she coughed up. And in my mouth, by the way. Yeah. But it was so exciting. I mean,
over the years, Gail considered contacting her rescuers, but survivor's guilt is a powerful thing.
It was a really hard time.
We brought her out, and she'd been in the water about 3 minutes.
This summer, Gail saw video of the rescue for the first time on YouTube. She decided to contact her 3 guardian angels who gave her a second chance, allowing her to build a life as a mom, grandmother, and, by the way, as a therapist who helps others cope with trauma.
You know, you look at everything you have in your life, and none of it would have existed without these guys.
Gail's effort to make this reunion happen is a gift for Clarence, who helped a lot of people as a highway patrolman during his 24 years of service.
This is the one and only person that's ever came back to say hi or thank you. She's the one and only.
A day of gratitude, and even 42 years later, astonishment.
It seemed like it was impossible, but they did it.
They did it. A moment.
Seconds counted.
That defined the rest of their lives. Joe Dana, 12 News.